All right, this is me verifying that I am Abigail Sauer, and these are my minimum of 3 audience members. Okay, I will be giving my personal narrative speech today, Life Lessons of a Pandemic, How a Virus Made Me Stronger. As quoted by Thomas Rhett in his hit single, Life Changes, ain't it funny how life changes? Wake up, and nothing the same, and life changes. When I woke up on March 13th, 2020, an anxiety gripped my chest unlike anything I'd ever experienced, leading to life-changing events due to a pandemic that engulfed the world. At the moment of these events, I was devastated. However, I learned important life lessons from them. Now I understand how this pandemic changed my life and continues to change it, whether I like it or not. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, I experienced a monumental shift in my perspective on life via the cancellations of opportunities leading for me to realize my inability to control all aspects of my life. On March 7th, I drove home from Truman State University ready to enjoy a much-needed week of rest. But suddenly, the clouds of anxiety began to roll in as the coronavirus slowly swept across the nation. In the following days, the weather matched the ominous mood of the reality of the situation. Thick gray clouds blanketed the sky, and a cold, wet drizzle pelted the windows, almost like Mother Nature's tears. Then the emails began to roll in, each one like a punch to the gut. First, on March 10th at 5:57 p.m., I received an email from the CDC in regards to the SOFI conference I was excited to attend, stating that the conference would be transitioned to online. Next, on March 10th, at 6:01 p.m., I received a notification from Truman State stating that the following week's classes would be transitioned to online. Then the final punch. An email from Sue Thomas herself in regards to all study abroad trips on March 12th at 5:14 p.m. with a simple message that all study abroad trips would be canceled, including my muchly anticipated Costa Rica trip to finish my minor. Throughout the entirety of my freshman year, I had rigorously worked to achieve every requirement set forth for me in order to travel to Costa Rica. And just like that, right before my eyes, it all vanished in a puff of smoke. My heart sank and I finally broke. I sat on the floor of my bedroom with my shower-soaked hair clinging to my neck and tears streaming down my face. I cried until my eyes were red and puffy. I cried for what could have been. Once my tears stopped, I silently sat on my bedroom floor with my invisible bruises. Despite this hard news, some valuable life lessons emerged from this tough situation. No matter how hard I planned or wished or hoped, I could not change the past, nor could I stop the spread of this virus. I needed to adjust to a new normal. I know you're tired of hearing that, but it's true. For the first time in my life, I faced an unknown future without a perfectly calibrated plan telling me what to do next. This foreign concept forced me to analyze my way of life and realize that I am incapable of controlling my future just because I have a perfectly thought out plan. As I faced the storm, I chose to release my desperate desire for total control and perfectionism and rather adjust as the situation developed. To this day, I continue to rewire my brain and evolve into a better person of myself, identifying my flaws and attempting to fix them. I learned that life has its own plans, and sometimes you just have to roll with the punches. In order to achieve this spiritual revelation, I had to endure the heartache of the cancellation of my Costa Rica trip and come to the terms with the reality of the world. Even though this disaster gripped the world, I was given the gift of time to internally reflect and realize that I am incapable of control of my own life. Once again, I believe Thomas Rhett's song sums it up perfectly. You can't stop it, just hop on a train. You never know what's going to happen. So here's to riding the train of life. Thank you.